So, I've never really been a big fan of flight simulation games. That's why I've never talked about them on my channel before. But the most recent Microsoft Flight Simulator made me sure that I don't like flight simulation games.
Predictable joke aside, the most recent MFS lured me in with the promise of being able to explore the entire world from above, but it has such awful controls and such horrible installation and performance issues that in its current state, I find it hard to recommend to anyone. Now, I may be in the minority here. This game has good reviews and a decent amount of people raving about it, but I can't get the hang of it. Maybe I just need to get good, maybe not.
I will be ragging on it a bit, okay? A lot throughout this video, but if you've been enjoying it so far, certainly don't let me take that away from you. Just sit back and enjoy yourself without taking any of it too seriously. Anyway, here's my opinion. Let's take to the skies and upgrade Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020.
Now, others may be having more fun than I am with the game, but I know for a fact that I'm not the only one who had installation issues. All in all, it took me 3 days to install this game. 3 days.
Most of the time when I'd launch it, it would simply give up, like I do when I play sports. On the off chance it actually did start installing, it would normally quit halfway through and forget everything it had downloaded the next time I launched it. Twice it actually did get all the way through, but then it crashed and I had to restart from the beginning again.
Surprise, surprise, downloading 90 gigabytes of data takes a long time.
This should not happen in a game I paid $0 for. Yeah, I'm one of the 10 people who owns Xbox Gamepass on PC.
Just take it from this poor Steam reviewer. 16 hours. That's how long I have tried to get this game working. I saw all the negative reviews about the loading and installation and thought, it can't happen to me. Boy, was I wrong. I tried everything, from uninstalling to reinstalling to starting it as admin, different directories and whatnot. Nothing worked. Microsoft has gotta pull their heads out of the sand and fix this problem, whatever it is exactly, because I almost gave up on it entirely. Hey, by the way, if you're this far into the video, you're probably enjoying yourself, so if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and also like and comment with another game you'd like to see me upgrade. Alright, that's enough self-promotion for right now, let's continue.
People are posting their incredible in-game screenshots all over the internet. And you know what? You can post beautiful screenshots too, provided you work at NASA and are allowed personal use time on their computers.
You know what? I don't think I'm even exaggerating here. When I started up the game, it recommended me the medium graphics settings. Well, as I attempted to play through the tutorial, it wasn't pretty. The frame rate was worse than the Wii U's sale numbers, so I turned the graphics down to the lowest possible setting, even though it made the game look like it was being played on the PS1. And guess what? The frame rate was still awful! I don't get it. The lack of any and all optimization that went into having this game run well is astounding to me. And on top of that, we have the loading times. This game takes so long to load that I would literally beat multiple levels of Rayman while I was waiting. I don't have a Switch for nothing. And it's not just my computer either, if that's what you were thinking. What I just described is what was happening with all other programs closed on my 16 gigabytes of RAM, $1,400 gaming laptop.
Yes, I'm flexing. Wouldn't you if you had a $1,400 gaming laptop? Oh crap.
Now, it's possible this is primarily due to bugs. I remember a couple of seconds when I had a perfectly good frame rate, but then it went back to being choppy and everything looked awful and it controlled bad. As it stands, this game needs some insane performance upgrades if you're going to get me to play it again.
So far, we've discussed poor optimization, bad graphics, obscene load times, and installation problems. But what about the gameplay? Does that have a chance at saving the overall package? Well, maybe if you like flight simulators, but I don't.
After an ill-fated initial attempt at flying, I realized that I would need the tutorials if I was going to get anywhere in this game. And let me just say that any game in which you fail multiple times in every part of the tutorial is not very well designed. It didn't help that they continually thought my control scheme was this weird V-Joy device or whatever. A big problem for me here is the inconsistency. Sometimes I'd hit the yoke so it would turn slightly, and it does. Other times, it completely flips the plane over and sends me plummeting toward the ground. And why on earth did they put wind in the first level of the tutorial?
A lot of people have been saying it works just fine, and a lot of people have been having similar experiences to me. For now, I'll chalk it up to bugs or the frame rate, and I'll come back to it in a few months, I guess.
Still, in games like GTA or Just Cause, flying a plane is just one of many transportation methods, so it ends up being pretty simple, but also fast and fun. That's what I want from this flight simulator, and I know most of the people buying it want a hardcore flight sim, but that's not my jam. Throw me a bone and add an optional easy mode so I can explore in peace. Please?
Yeah, I'm probably trying to conform this game to my own standards a little too much, but I don't see anything wrong with having a story or adventure mode. You don't have to reduce the complexity of the overall package for that.
There's a lot of stuff you can do with a plane. Deliver cargo and passengers, do reconnaissance, take photos of the landscape, get to the next airport with a limited amount of fuel. And all of this could work beautifully with the stunningly realized world they claim to have. I'm not going to write an entire story for them, but a number of creative missions strung together with cutscenes and interesting characters could make for a great adventure mode, and it's really something the game is missing out on. At the moment, there's no real incentive to continue playing. Everything is unlocked at the start, and there are optional challenges, but as far as I'm aware, there are no rewards.
So let's think of some great rewards to incentivize gameplay.
Unless you want to pay an extra $100 for 10 more of them, all the planes are unlocked from the beginning. The first thing that comes to mind in terms of rewards is plane decals and skins. For the players of games these days, a red plane goes a long way. I have no clue if this next thing is feasible, but what if you could unlock certain parts and put them together to build your own plane, like a much less complicated Kerbal Space Program? Eh? I think that would be pretty cool.
I think that'll about do it for now. Microsoft, please don't release alpha builds of games for full price. Fix the install problems, bugs, performance issues, and we'll be good. Add a story mode and unlockables, and we'll be golden. Maybe I am trying to conform it to my own standards of what makes a game good. Maybe. But the bugs should definitely come first. If you got all the way to the end, I know you enjoyed the video, so make sure to leave a like, comment with another game you'd like to see me upgrade, and subscribe if you haven't already. Of course, I've left the most important upgrade for the end.
Let us see the crash animations.